Before I start this video, I just want to say Happy Pride Month. Not really much to say, seeing that I made a video last year pretty much talking about me being LGBT and the future and all that stuff, so not much to say there because I made that video, but yeah. But still, always be you, I'll be me, you be you, and everybody just love each other and love yourself. That is my message. Pop! Now let's get to the video of hand, shall we? Do you ever feel like your favorite band never gets talked about? Like, it's weird, isn't it? Why do they never talk about it? My friend, this is Missing Music Files. Okay, I love that intro. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a crush, what somebody put. Phoenix, one of my subscribers and YouTube buddies, asked me if I could talk about the Monks in my next episode. I am so happy she mentioned the Monks. To be honest, I almost sort of forgot about them. And it's a shame because they're actually a really, really good band. A little history about me and the Monks before I get into their history. I actually found the Monks in high school. Basically what happened was I was interested in American garage rock at the time. I already got into grunge and all that, and punk and all that stuff. I wanted to get into its roots, so I started listening to a bunch of 60s garage rock. Over time, I started hearing about this group called the Monks from the 60s and how weird they were, and they had these haircuts, but like Beatles haircuts, but they were bald on the top. And they called themselves the Monks. It was interesting. And they wore these black robes. Even more interesting. And they played this heavy guitar. I was hooked. So, I looked up the Monks. The first song, what I'm going to put in the bottom is called I Hate You. And oh boy, it's wild. It is wild. At first, I'll be honest. I didn't necessarily hate them, but it took me a while to get into them because they were just so different. The garage rock I was very into was more heavy, but I'll be honest, a little polish. So it took me a little while to get into the Monks, but over time, it got me hooked again. That sound. And I liked it. I actually saw a video back in high school of the Cramps. Of the Monks playing on live television in Mexico, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it was in Mexico. Literally putting the guitar on the floor, flipping it around, and just, yeah, and this guy was playing it on his finger. It was weird, people, and I love it. So today we're going to be talking about the Monks. And their story may be actually more interesting than the music itself. Don't get me wrong, the music's great, but you understand why I said that. The Monks were GIs, you see. They were in war at the time. Basically, they got into rock and roll, so a lot of them would walk out in a couple bands. And eventually, they came together what we would know as the Monks. They got an idea to shave the top of their head of their Beatle haircuts and dress in black robes and play this weird version of rock and roll. Panned by critics because it was weird. But at the same time, critics, even their harshest critics, had something nice to say about them. Back in the 70s, somebody said they outsexed the Sex Pistols. And I think that's a really interesting statement. I love the Sex Pistols, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the statement was more... They were more crazy than the Sex Pistols. Because let's be honest, even though the Sex Pistols were a degenerate band, the Monks were a little more chaotic. For the time, anyways. I mean, nowadays you can pretty much get away with anything. But yeah, they did a lot of things on stage and bashed their guitars and everything. And this was even before Jimi Hendrix was popular, guys. This was just wild. Really wild. So, until somebody got them to change their sound for the more psychedelic sound, because psychedelic was big back then, and the album dropped, sadly. Guys, I know I said it took me a while to get used to them, and I even say it was weird, but check them out. They're actually a really good band. I love them. It took me a while to get used to them, but I really like them. And I have a feeling it may take you a while to get used to them, too, because they are kind of an out there band, but they're really good, guys. They're really good. I can't really pair anything like this, to be honest. Even some of the punk bands, or even 60s garage bands, I can't compare them to anything. You know what I mean? They're a really original band. You know, they're just a good band. So check them out. I hope you like them. And next time when I do this series, I'll be talking about the Sonics.